Hi, my name is Michael. I am the president of a jewelry manufacturing company with 45 employees, and I am here to give you a one-star review report on TrustPilot. Before we went to work with TrustPilot, we had considered working with Yelp, Google reviews, and Yotpo, Y-O-T-P-O, and also verified reviews. After reviewing 4 different platforms, we decided to go with TrustPilot for a few reasons. One, they were physically close to our place of business here in New York. We had somebody from their office visit us. They had a really simple, direct interface. The user interface was really good, and they gave us what I felt was a good price to start out with them. Getting on board with them was not too difficult. It was pretty straightforward. Our developers didn't have any problems. And although it was quite limited in what the functionality could do on both the side for the user and our backend system, it was pretty straightforward and easy to get going with them. We started using TrustPilot when third-party reviews were just getting more popular. Originally, Yelp was really the only game in town. We weren't very happy with their limited scope, and also what we felt or heard about were kind of like they're almost extortion-like type of business practices where you have to pay to play with them. TrustPilot seemed really straightforward. You were given a platform to ask your customers to leave reviews about your company, and we felt like we had a good intermediary to make sure if any issues with customers were trying to play games with us, or if there were lots of fake reviews, we would get these things cleaned up and it would stay professional. Things were going really well for, I'd say, probably 2 years. We were, I think, one of the first companies to work with TrustPilot in the jewelry industry. We promoted them heavily. We were their number one, I guess they're in the classification of business type of jewelry, we were their number one review partner, I guess you could call it. I think we had over 1,000 reviews, and then these were real reviews. They were not, there was nothing fake in there, padded. We went to almost every one of our customers and pushed them heavily to use the TrustPilot platform. It was quite frustrating being such a cheerleader for them, and then for the renewals every year to keep jumping significantly far and above what I felt was okay in the current environment, especially with Google reviews coming on strong in the last couple of years. I felt like the value of having a third-party review platform like TrustPilot was being diluted, and it was questionable whether we should stay with them when they kept raising prices in such a competitive market, and with Google reviews becoming such a stronger force in the marketplace. I was always concerned about Google kind of taking over and suppressing any of their competitors, although antitrust stuff seems to always be something that Google is looking out for, and they don't want to be too much of a bully in the marketplace. More and more Google reviews became the default, de facto best platform for customer reviews. So when TrustPilot was really increasing the rates, I think we were paying like almost 500 or 600% more than we were when we first started with them. It got to the point where it was just abusive. We talked to them about their pricing just getting really high. We'd ask them to consider making better interface improvements in their software. These things would go totally ignored. They wouldn't even respond back half the time. And then one incident that really got me aggravated was we had some customers deliberately write terrible reviews about our company, and in writing email us and say that they weren't going to take down these terrible reviews unless we would discount product significantly to them. And of course, we weren't going to be taken for extortion. We wouldn't cooperate with people that want to work like this, and we were pretty confident that TrustPilot would take down these bogus reviews. And to my absolute shock, they refused to, even when we showed them clear evidence that the customer said they'll take down the review if we would discount the item 50%. So that was extraordinary that they wouldn't come around to removing that. We emailed high-level people, even at their European office where their company's headquartered, and it was just crickets. Couldn't get anywhere. After being such a dedicated partner and promoting them so much for so many years, And with their pricing just going up and up, I felt that this was not worth staying in such a bad relationship any longer. The other thing that became a really big problem, and also a significant breaking point, was that TrustPilot allows for pretty much anybody to leave a review, and the amount of spam that was being put on our account. We manufacture jewelry. We would get people leaving reviews about a shirt that they bought or a TV that they bought, or just incoherent, broken English. And the way TrustPilot's system would work is we would have to flag these reviews and ask them to take them down. It wasn't such a big deal once a week, but then it became to the point where it was every day, multiple times a day. And of course, TrustPilot wouldn't respond to these things sometimes for a day or two, and we just constantly had these totally unrelated posts in our TrustPilot account. And so those things all added up to we got to get out of here. And it was a really good decision. It's November of 2020. We've been away from TrustPilot now for maybe almost a year, maybe 2 years almost. And we heavily focus on Google reviews, and we actually signed up with another third-party review platform, Verified Reviews, which doesn't allow any anonymous person to post a review. You have to send your customer a link, a unique link to leave a review on Verified Reviews. So we have no more spam, and we have a partner in making sure that if people leave extortion-like reviews or any issues like that doesn't happen anymore. Also, the pricing is exponentially less than what we were paying TrustPilot. They haven't raised the prices at all, and the onboard and getting set up was real easy. So I would push for Verified Reviews. So far for the last almost 2 years has been absolutely amazing, and they let us import all of our reviews from TrustPilot, which is legal and was obviously a good benefit. And we're just done working with TrustPilot. They've gotten too big and too much of a bully, and the fact that they don't have good back-end systems and their logic on how they let anybody post bogus reviews. And certainly when they allow for extortion, that is just totally uncool, and the pricing was just outrageous at the end. So that's my review. I don't like to leave bad reviews. I generally leave lots of very good reviews, but this is a standout, and I felt it was important to let other people know. And hopefully TrustPilot's going to change their practices, and I'll be somebody to help them. So people that do work there that are in good jobs can try to improve their company, and people like me won't be mistreated in the future.